You broadcast all the Grand Slams. How did you get to the place, though, where you could do that for rival U.S. networks?
Well, I got to do it by, I thought was my best chance of success. Go to them and say, don't pay me any more money, the next contract. Just give me the same contract, but let me call, in the case of, I was with NBC, was my original broadcast company. Let me call CBS, because I used to work for USA, and they'd cover it through the quarters, and then the last 3 days I'd have egg on my face. And what about the semis and finals? And then it felt like there's something missing. So I thought, boy, it'd be nice if I could figure out a way to get to be able to do the whole tournament. So I think that the key was when you tell a TV executive, don't pay me more, they actually start listening a lot more carefully.
What do you enjoy about broadcasting?
Well, I guess that that it allows people to see me in a different light than they saw me when I played. When I played, it was sort of, I believed the way I needed to succeed was to be super, I mean, even though I know this big strapping guy, I didn't feel like that would be very intimidating, so I needed to sort of intimidate in a different way. What can I do to, get an edge on people? Well, I can come out and the first poem just go guns blazing, super intense. Now, sometimes it obviously went too far. You can't try too hard, I don't think, but I go over the top or lose it for whatever variety of reasons. And I believe that was something that I needed to do.
I was talking to our shared friend, your partner in the booth, Chris Fowler, who said, quote, "When I work a match with John, I'm on my toes. You have to make sure you know your Your thoughts?
I like to sort of play it fairly loose, actually, and I think that, I'm not a big believer in rehearsals or meetings. I think that that's actually, for me, maybe I'm just saying this so I can get out of them, but to me, it's actually energy wasted. You tell me something I don't know, and I'd be happy to hear it. And so I remember Jimmy said to me, he commentated for a couple of years before I had worked at NBC, and he's like, son, he called me son for some reason, oftentimes, not all the time. He goes, it's all yours, I've had it, I can't handle the meetings. And I remember that a light bulb went off of me. I said, Jimmy's got a lot of energy also, and he's got a lot of intensity. So what can I do in order to try to eliminate that? Because if you have a meeting at 9, but you're not working at 6, you're around, there's time should be better spent. So when I figured that out, and then I figured out that I was able to sort of show people that I had a personality. I actually try to model myself after Vitas, the way he commentated, because he was the first guy I saw where it was like, wow, it looks like he's actually enjoying being up there, and he's not taking himself so damn seriously. It's a tennis match. And you want it to be where the average Joe could learn something, but sort of maybe the expert or the people that think they know everything could learn something as well. Even the players, that they come up, hey, it's good. And I was surprised, actually, at how people would come up to me and go, hey, you can commentate. I go, what the hell do you think I could do? I mean, my job was to sort of figure out a way to beat a guy, and so I'd size the guy up, and I'd figure out what I could do in order to make me look better and him look worse, and beat him. And so in a way, that's what you're doing as a commentator, but you have the luxury of sort of being a backseat driver. You got a chance to sort of take a deep breath. That's a lot better than when it's happening in real time. It's a lot easier, I should say. And so it actually bothered me for a while. It really bothered me that people would say, you're a better commentator than you are a tennis player. I go, what the hell are you talking about? I'm not a better commentator than I'm a tennis. I was the #1 damn tennis player in the world. What the hell are you talking about? What do you know about tennis? And I'd be pissed, honestly. And then I thought I'd go home, and after this went on for way too long, I go, wait a minute. They're actually, giving me a huge compliment. If they're saying that I'm better as a commentator than I was as a player, I must be a pretty good commentator because I was a pretty good player.
Andy Murray, serving to win Wimbledon, become the first Brit in more than 75 years to win the Grand Slam. You guys say nothing for 6 straight points during the broadcast. Take me into the booth and what you're thinking as a broadcaster for those points?
Well, as a broadcaster, I think, and oftentimes in tennis, but in all sports, they feel like they have to hear themselves talk. And I've been lucky enough to understand, being a player myself, how difficult it is, win, lose, or draw. And for that moment, to me, it's not about me anymore, and there's nothing I need to say. It's actually better. Some of my best work is when I've shut up. When Federer played Nadal, the 2008 Wimbledon final, I didn't say almost anything in the entire fifth set, because what I saw was giving me goosebumps. And you don't need it. You're better off, in my opinion, not saying anything.